Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you some examples on simplification of trigonometric ratios. Before we start, let's recall two more relations that we have learned in Form 2. One is the sum of the square of sine and cosine is 1 for any angle. And tangent theta can be changed to sine theta over cosine theta. And for simplification, sometimes you need to do some variation on the identities here. Sometimes you may need to convert 1 minus sine square theta to cosine square theta, two terms to one terms. 1 minus cosine square theta is sine square theta. Okay, so you need to make use of these three identities. Now, for tangent theta equals sine theta over cosine theta, most of the time you will meet expressions involving both sine, cosine, and tangent. Then you need to, most of the time you need to change all tangent theta to sine over cosine. And for the final answer, if there are sine over cosine theta, then it's better for you to change back to just one term tangent theta. Okay, so this is the starting point for tangent theta if you made it in an expression. So let's get started for some examples. The first example, you can do it when you're in Form 2. So this example is to show you that when you meet tangent theta together with other trigonometric ratios, so most of the time you need to change the tangents to sine over cosine. And also make sure if you meet simplification problems, you need to copy the question. Now, for the first step, you need to change tangent theta to sine over cosine. And next, you need to find the common denominator, that is sine theta, cosine theta. For the first term, no change. Second term, you have one extra sign, so you have sine square theta. Now for this 1 minus sine square theta, do you still remember, is one of the identities variation. So you need to convert it to cosine square theta over this one. And one of the cosine is gone, so your final answer is cosine theta over sine theta. Okay, this is the final answer. But then some of you should have noticed that it is also equal to 1 over tangent theta. But it's not quite necessary for you to change it back to a 1 over tangent theta. Okay? So if it's sine over cosine, then you need to change the tangent. But if it's 1 over tangent, then I don't think this is simpler than this cosine theta over sine theta. Okay? Example 2. Okay, involve things we have learned previously that about 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 207 degrees, etc. So copy the question and we do it like this, okay? You do it mentally or you can follow my way of thinking. To simplify, we have 1 minus. For this one, first of all, we determine whether it's a change or no change condition. For vertical angle, change, and horizontal angle, no change. So it's a change condition. So I change it to cosine first. And also we determine the quadrants to determine the sign of the results. For this one, we consider theta is a small angle, so this angle is finally in quadrant 3. For sine, y value quadrant 3 is a negative result, so we do it like this. Okay, so if you have well trained with whether it's changed or not, or the final sign, then it's actually not a waste of time to think in this way. Okay, so let's continue. This one, no change, that is cosine theta. Quadrants 2 for cosine is a -1, so for the numerator is something like this. For denominator, 1 minus 90 degrees change, and x value, quadrant 2, negative. And 1 plus, this one, negative theta you can consider as 0 minus theta. So it's an angle about the x-axis or horizontal line. So there's no change. And it's in quadrant 4, y value, quadrant 4 is a negative value. So we have something like this. Okay? Now, let's simplify all the things. We have 1, 2, 3, 3 minus, that is a minus cosine square theta. For denominator, we have 1 plus sine theta and 1 minus sine theta. And for the numerator part is the identity. So the result is sine square theta for the numerator. And denominator, you know, is a plus b times a minus b. So we have 1 minus sine square theta. And it's also an identity, so we can change it to sine square theta over cosine square theta. Now, it's of the form sine theta over cosine theta squared. So, as a final answer, you need to change it to tangent square theta. Okay? Example 3. Example 3 is something like this. So you copy the question and then you can do it term by term. Numerator, vertical angle change, so we have sine theta. Cosine is the x value, quadrant 4, positive, so we have sine theta as a result. Over 1 plus cosine of negative theta, horizontal, no change, and also quadrant 4, x value positive, so you can do the 2 steps in one stroke, like this. And next, 1 plus vertical angle change, y value are in quadrant 2, so positive, over sine of 180 degrees, horizontal, so no change. Y value, quadrant 2, positive. So this is the first step. And next, find the common denominator by multiplying everything. For the first term, sine theta is added. So we have sine square theta. And for the second term, we have 1 plus cosine theta. So we have 1 plus cosine theta squared. And we cannot do anything on the denominator, so we focus on the numerator. The numerator, after simplification, we remove the bracket here. We have 1 plus 2 cosine theta plus cosine square theta. Okay, so note that this relation, sine square theta and cosine square theta, the sum is 1. So 1 and this one makes 2. 2 plus 2 cosine theta. 2 is a common factor, right? So we can pick out the 2. We have 1 plus cosine theta. And you should see some simplification here for 1 plus cosine theta. So the result is 2 over sine theta. Okay? Last example of this video. We don't take care of this power 4 first. We take care of the change of angle here. Horizontal, no change, and also y value quadrant 3, so we have a negative sine theta to the power 4. Okay? Though you know that after power 4, the result is a positive value, so some of you may miss this negative sign to write directly as sine theta to the power 4. I don't suggest to write like that because in this way it clearly shows that you know sine of 180 degrees plus theta is negative sine theta. Okay? So if you omit this negative sign, I don't know whether you know the result is actually negative sine theta or not. Okay? So write the original form. Minus change y value quadrant 4. So negative change the thing to the power 4 plus cosine square theta. Okay? So after that you can remove the sign. You know it's a positive value because of power 4. Because of power 4. Okay? So here we have so many ways to deal with this. Some of you would think of, oh, I can see these two terms having cosine square theta as common factor. I would like to pick it out or what. It's okay, and you can get the final answer. But then, to me, I would like to consider the reduction of power because we don't see power 4 many times. So I would like to consider these two terms as the target to simplify. So how to simplify these two terms? We will consider it as something like this. Have you done any factorization about an expression like this? We can consider it as the difference of two squares. And so we know that it can be written as sine square theta plus cosine square theta times sine square theta minus cosine square theta. Okay, so the yellow part is factorized like this. And it's a good thing to do it like this because we know that sine square theta and cosine square theta makes 1. So in the end, we have this sine square theta minus this one plus the same thing again. So these two terms can be cancelled out. So the result is sine square theta. Okay? So I hope you understand how I taught you about the simplification about vertical angles and horizontal angles, whether change or not change, the final sign of the trigonometric ratios. Okay, thanks for watching.